Okay. Hi, welcome to another DevNation Live. I'm Edson Yanaga, and I'll be your host today. And I'm very happy to have my dear friend Sebastian Blanc today to present something cloud native and how can you secure your microservices. So, Sebi, thank you very much for joining us directly from the beautiful city of Nice in the south of France. Sebi, the stage is yours.
Thank you a lot, Edson. It's an honor to be introduced by you. And I'm really happy to give this session. It's always special to give a live session like this. Especially, I would like to thank first my daughter because I had a huge laptop issue and she borrowed her laptop. So I had to install everything on that. It's working perfectly, so it will be fun. Today we're going to talk about security. It's really short, 30 minutes. I hope to show you a lot. Not so many slides, a lot of live coding. I try to cover many use cases, and then we will have time for questions. So let's switch to my screen share now, and here we go. And let me share. Let me go to my slides. Okay, so let me talk a bit about security, and more specifically about how you can secure your microservices in a cloud-native environment. Yeah, that is a lot of buzzwords, okay? We're going to use Keycloak for that. So I haven't time today to give you the whole big picture of what Keycloak is, but Keycloak is an identity user management server. So basically, it takes care for you of all your user management, your authentication flows, your authorization flows. You don't have to care about that anymore because Keycloak does that for you. You download it, you unzip it, you start it, you put some configuration, and then you can secure your web apps, your backend sources, and let's focus on that today, because in a cloud-native environment, you could have, well, let's say a Spring Boot microservice deployed, a Node.js service deployed, a Quarkus node, a Quarkus app deployed, maybe even a Go microservice. And all these different technologies, you want to secure them in an easy way. And with Keycloak, it's possible to do that in an easy way. So basically, how does Keycloak work? Keycloak is based, it's using heavily the OpenID Connect protocol. So most of the time you access your web application, and that is where you will log in to the Keycloak server to obtain a token. And with this token, you will be able to make requests to different services. When you get a token, and we won't spend too much time on this part because it's not really the topic, but once you log in your web app, Keycloak will give you back 3 tokens. The ID token, which is a bit like your identity card, but then also an access token. And that is the token that you will use to make secure requests to other services. This access token has a really short lifespan, around 5 minutes by default. And that's why Keycloak also gives you a refresh token that you can use to obtain a fresh access token. Okay? If we look at a monolithic application, I go to my server-side application, for instance, on my browser, and then I want to authenticate. I'm redirected back to Keycloak, where I enter my credentials, and then there's the whole OAuth flow happening. Let's not spend time on that. But if everything is okay, the tokens are getting back to the web app. And then with this token, you can make some requests to any services. So how does that work? So you can see here on this picture, the user has logged into his application, and now he has an access token. This token, by the way, is a JWT. We say that for JSON Web Token. That means it's a token that contains payload. It's a self-contained token. And with this token, he can call any service. And the service will receive the request and he will verify the token. And if it's okay, you can go on with the request. So what is exactly verifying a token? When your service receives a token, it will verify the signature. Because when you obtain a token, it has been signed by Keycloak. Keycloak has a private key that you use to sign your token. And your service has access to the public key. With that public key, it can verify the token. There are two ways to do that. One way is doing it offline. That means that when your service starts up, the first time it will retrieve the public key, and then it can just verify your tokens without asking again Keycloak. But if you are in a less trusted environment, you can also ask your service to always ask Keycloak to verify the token. But be aware, if you do that and that you have a lot of requests, there will be a lot of requests to your Keycloak server. In most of the cases, the offline signature verification should be enough. Okay? That is for one service. But what if your service needs to call another service? This is what we see here. Well, that's the nice thing with this access tokens. Service A, once he has verified your token, it can use the same token to call service B, for instance. And service B could be a completely different technology. Service B, in its turn, can also call a service C. And that is exactly what we are going to see now in the demo. I will have service A, which will be a Quarkus application. Service B will be a Node.js service. And a service C will be a PHP, yes, you heard it well, a PHP application protected by a sidecar proxy delivered by Keycloak, called the Keycloak Gatekeeper. How do you make such a request? Let's see some sample codes and then we switch to some live coding, okay? So the first case, the most common case is once you have logged in into your application, you're in your web app and you want to call a service. So here's some JavaScript. How do you make a call with JavaScript? That's plain vanilla JavaScript. It's pretty easy. You you make a new AJAX request. And the only important thing here you see is in the third line, you have to set a header called authorization. And then the value is always bearer space Keycloak token, your access token, okay? Let's see another example. For instance, if you are in a Java application, this is more or less if you are in a servlet method, for instance. You are in your servlet method and you need to call another service, for instance. That's pretty easy with Keycloak adapters. You can obtain a Keycloak security context. And from this context, you can obtain a token. And then you just use any HTTP client that you want or a REST client. Doesn't matter as long as you can put a header. Okay. And the last example, which makes two technologies here. Here it's a snippet from a Spring Boot application written in Kotlin. And here you can see with Spring Boot, we provide some nice features here, something that is called the Keycloak REST template customizer. It's just like a regular Spring REST template, but it takes care for you of putting the token, the access token, in the header for you. So you don't have to take care of anything. Here you customize your REST template, and here if you do a get to another service, it will just put the header for you. Okay? So, enough talking. Let's move to some code and some demo. I have a really simple web app here. Really simple. It's just some HTML and some vanilla JavaScript. And all I have done here is adding the, as you can see here, the Keycloak JavaScript library. And on top of my page, in the navigation bar, I will have here a button called login, and I just call the login method. Okay, and That is the application running here. Really simple app. And when I will click on login, I will be redirected to my Keycloak server to enter my credentials. So let me click here on login. And here I'm on my Keycloak server. I'm not on my web app anymore. Here I can log in with a user I've previously created, Sebi, and I give it password Sebi, and I just log in. And now I'm back. I'm redirected back to my application. Okay. And if I go to token here, I can see that I have my 3 tokens that I spoke before about. I got my ID token, and I get my access token. You can see it here in JSON format, and I got my refresh token. When I will make a request, I will use my access token, but I won't use it in this format. That is not really convenient to pass as a header, as you understand. So what I will do, I will convert it to a base 64 format, like this one. And that is what I will put as value in any request I do. Okay, now that is on how to obtain a token. Let's try now to make a service. So here I have a button, and if we go back to my code here and we go to app.js here, we have the simple call, and this is just like the code snippet I showed you before. And I'm trying to call here localhost 8081 products. That service doesn't exist yet. We're going to write it from scratch. And you see here, I just passed the token. So if I go back to my app and I try to make the service call, nothing happens. We can even see that on the inspector here. If I do my service call again in the network and I do a service, it fails because the service is not present. So let's create from scratch our first service. Okay, and for that we will create a Quarkus app. For those that don't know Quarkus, Quarkus is the latest, coolest Java stack to create Java application for the cloud. Really low memory footprint, really fast, and amazing developer experience. And that's why I can do it live from here. So let's go to a terminal here, and let's create a new Quarkus app. Okay, so here I create a Quarkus app using a Maven archetype. So Maven Quarkus plugin, and I call the create goal. And here I say create a new app. And here I will have some questions. So let me see. Let me set the package. So it will be org.sabi. I will call it the product app. Okay. Oh, the product service, product service. Version 1 is okay. Yes, I want a REST resource. And it will be called org.sabi.product resource. Okay. And the path will be products. Okay. And now I have created an app, an empty app that just contains one REST resource. And I can just open this in my IntelliJ. Okay, so let's go to IntelliJ and let's open that application that I just created. So here I go to DevNation and I see here my product service. Okay, let's open that in a new window. Okay, here we go. And it will just load my project here. It should take a while. Okay, here we go. And if I go to my main source, Java, I take a look here. Oh, I'm clicking too fast. Org.sabi, product resource. Let me make that a bit simple. REST app. I could run that, it could work. But what we want here is to add some Keycloak and make a secure REST endpoint. So the first thing that I will do is add some extensions. Extensions in Quarkus are like plugins to add new features to your app. And I need 2 extensions here for my app. The first one, I need something called REST Easy JSON B. JSON B because I will manipulate some JSON. I enable auto import. Okay. And the second one that I need, of course, is Keycloak. Oh, let me add here Quarkus/Keycloak. Okay, and that is all I need. And now I want to create a secured resource here on the path products. And let's make a method called get products. Here we go. And it will just return for me a list of products. So let's do it. Let's return something called arrays as a list. And here I pass my product, and let's pass another product, like other product. Okay, product, here we go. And here I need to change this to return a list of string, and I'm almost done. I need to specify it's a util list. Okay, here we go. And now I want to secure that method, and that is pretty easy. Here I will just say role allowed, and here I say that only authenticated users that have the role user and my user Sebi that for which we obtain a token has the role user, so that will work, can access this method. Okay. And well, I'm already almost done. I just need to add some properties in a property file here from Quarkus. And because it's a bit boring, I have a template for that, but let me go through it. Quick, simple. Here I say where my Keycloak service is running, the name of my service, and on which wheel. Okay, that is all I've done. Remember, completely from scratch. Okay, let me just, you should not do that at home, delete the test, because I changed the resource and by default my test will not pass. But okay, and now I can run my app. So let's go back to my console and to my terminal, and let me see. I'm just sorry, I'm stuck. I'm not used to use a Mac, so let me see here. Okay, let me close this one, and I just want to move to, oh yeah, here we go, sorry. And here, all I need to do is maven package Quarkus semicolon dev. And that will package my app and run it. And it's failing. Oh, I forgot to go in my, I was not in my project. So here I'm in my project. It will package that as a jar, and it will run it, and then my service should be able to access it. Okay, so it's taking some time. On my computer it's faster. That's just a small MacBook Air for my daughter, which is not the fastest, but believe me, with Quarkus your app should start in less than a second. Okay, here we go, it's running. So it started in 3 seconds. Yeah, that is a bit slow. We can just make sure here, if we go to my service, localhost 8081/products, I should have an error not authorized. Okay, so that means that my service is secured. But now, my app here, I still have my token. I should be able to call my service. And this time it should return some results. And here I do my service call, and of course it's not working because I have a demo effect. Like, I'm not sure why. Oh yes, no. You know what? It was part of the demo. It doesn't work because I have course issues. I need to add a course filter to my app. And that is a great opportunity to show you that I can fix that in my Quarkus app without even stopping the app. So let me go back to my Quarkus app, which is here. And just while my app is running, I can just create a new class let me create a course filter class. Okay. And here again, I'm using a template because it's easier. Pretty simple course filter for those that knows course. And here I just save it. And now if I go back to my service call here that I call it, I should now be able to make a call. Let me see. Here you see my products. It is working. So, and if we take a look at the call here in the preview, in the header, you can see that I pass here the authorization header. Okay, so that was the first step. Now I want my Quarkus app to be able to call another service, and it will be a Node.js service. A really simple service that just return an additional product, okay? But let's first fix that in the Quarkus app so that we can make a call to another service. Let's go back to my code. Here we go. And what we will do first thing is we need to add a REST client. And this REST client, it's called, here we go, and I paste it, sorry. Control C, oh, it's control. I do control, it's command. I'm on a Mac, of course. So it's Quarkus a small array REST client, okay? And with that, I will be able to, here I made a typo, and here we go. Small array REST client. With that, I can create a simple REST client to call other services. For that, I need to create an interface. So let's create a class called premium service. Okay, premium service. Okay, here we go. It's an interface. Here we go. Let me make it a bit bigger. I just need to annotate this as a REST client. And also, I need to register the client headers. I will explain you that later. That is to propagate my token. And I need to provide a path. And the path will be something like, let me see, it will be something like premium/products. Okay. And here I need to import this. Okay. And it will be just a simple returning a string, something called get premium. And it will be, and it will just, sorry, now it's it's an interface, I don't need to implement it, sorry. And that is all I need to do. Get premium, get string, okay, here we go. And now in my product resource here, I can just inject my REST client. So I nominate it as REST client. And it's my premium service. And here I can just do string premium. And I do my premium service get premium. Okay, here I need a semicolon. And let me add the premium product here to my list. And here we go. And last thing I need to do is to add some properties again. Here, let me again use a template here. Here I just specified where my REST client should consume the service. That is on localhost 3000. That is where my Node.js service will be running. And the other really nice thing here with Quarkus is that you have something called propagate headers. And here I say, when you receive a request with the header authorization, just propagate this header in your REST client. So I don't have to take care of any access token to be passed. It will be done for me. Okay, and that is all I need to do. Okay, so let me just go back here to my app, because I added a dependency, I just need to run it again. And while it's running, let's move just for a while to my Node.js service that we are going to consume. So with Node.js, you have a Keycloak module called Keycloak Connect. So you just add it to your package JSON and you declare it here. And then it acts as a middleware for Node.js Express. It's pretty easy to set up. Let me skip that because we are already a bit late. But what is nice here, when I define my Express route here, so on premium products, I just need to pass it as a middleware. So here I say Keycloak Protect. The user should have the wall user. And here I send another product back, Premium Phone. Okay, so let me start this app. So let's start. Well, in debug mode should be fine. I think so. So here my my Node.js app is running, and let's make sure it's running. So if I go here to 3000 /premium/products. Oh, it's could not obtain. Okay, it's complaining because it doesn't have any token, which is perfectly fine. And I get here an access denied. So my Node.js service is now protected. And if I go back here to my app, now if I do my service call, I should have a third product coming from my Node.js service. And let's hope the demo gods are on my side. And if I call here my products, well, I'm not lucky because it's complaining. Because what is happening? Oh, you see, I maybe missed something during the stats. Public could not find a method for abstract get premium. Okay, so let me just go back to my code. I maybe had done something wrong here. Let me check. Premium service, get premium, premium service, REST client, get premium. I don't see anything. I just take a look on my backup, which is on my other computer, because I really want to show you that. Premium service. Oh, yes. I did the wrong annotation here. Is register REST client and not REST client. Sorry. Okay, here we go. That should be better. And again, I don't think I have to reload. And if I go back here, it's still complaining. So maybe I need to reload. And let me just break this and run it again to be fast. Here we go. Let me make sure I haven't missed anything. Premium products. Okay, let me see my properties. That looks okay. Or Sebi looks fine. Should be okay. Okay, and let me do here the service call. And it's not working, and I don't know why. That is not funny because it working just before. Could not find a method for abstract get premium. It's so, oh, sorry. I know. I need to clean here. Clean because it was still packaging without recompiling. Yeah, I wanted to be too fast. I'm sorry for that. And let's make a last attempt. And otherwise we will move, well, we are close to the end already, but okay. So here we go. And just let me be sure, let me log in, log out again. Sebi, here I log in, and here I go to my service call, and I call my service. And it is not working. I'm so sorry. I under the stress, I probably missed something. public. Oh, sorry, I know it. I'm typing way too fast. Yes, public. You know, I'm a string. No, get permanent. That should be good. I don't know what. Oh yeah. Sorry. I'm really too fast. Let's just finish that because I really want to show you that. Get. I forgot some annotations, and I need to produce this. Here we go. Application. Text. Okay. And that should work maybe without a reload. I'm saying that several times already, but this time let's cross our fingers that it works. Okay, here we go. We see I'm happy it's working. So here we got my two products from my Quarkus app. And this one comes from my Node.js app, okay? Took some time because I was not typing good, but that's it. Let me see. Do we have a hard stop or can I show a last thing? I don't know if someone from the staff can tell me that. Because there's a really last...
Yeah, maybe you should show there's a really last...
Sorry? Can I go on for 2 more minutes? Yeah? Okay, let me just check here from staff. Can I go on for a while? Yeah, can anyone go ahead? Okay, let me just show you the last part. So, because I want to go a step further. I want to also change my Node.js app so it can make a call to a third app. And I told you it can call a PHP service. And for that, I'm using something called HP propagate and request. HP propagate will just make sure to propagate my headers as well. Okay, a bit like what we did for the other app. So let me just do this really quickly. H propagate, and here and instantiate it with this. And here we go. I need to provide just an headers to propagate. Okay, and here I pass just small stuff like, well, what do you want to propagate is my authorization header. Okay, authorization header, that should be okay. And then if I go here back to my method, I was smart enough to comment that out here. And here I call here my PHP service, which is behind a proxy, and that should be okay. So let me restart my app, and let me start the proxy that is behind my PHP service. We don't have time to see exactly how it works, but and now if I go back here, let me make sure my PHP service is there, secured. Yeah, that's great. I got a 401. That means it's secured. And now if I go service call, I should have, yeah, here we say. So let me zoom in. My products, other products, and my Node.js service is calling the PHP service. And yeah, I forgot to change the string, but this last string here is coming from my PHP protected services. And that is really what I wanted to show you. I don't have time to show you the authorization part. That will be a next DevNation session, I guess. But at least we saw 3 cloud-native technologies, Quarkus, Node.js, and a Go proxy to protect any app, how you can put that in place to secure a whole set of microservices with Keycloak. And let me go back. And I'm now going to stop the screen share and go back to video. So if the so here I am. That was really quick. I hope you enjoy it. There are some resources of the demo which are already available. I will share that. I have a complete workshop around that. That is take more time than this 30 minutes, but I will share it with you. And let's try to answer some questions. Edson, you going to help me for that? Hey, I see Burr, but it's Edson. Let me just drink some water, some tea. So we have a lot of questions, I see. So that is some comments. Have we selected some questions? Oh, Edson, have you selected some questions? Oh, apparently Edson is from mute, but I'm looking. Are the codes shared on this session? He answered, yes, I will share it. The example, yeah, all the examples that I showed you will be shared. What can I see here? Can Keycloak run on OpenShift? Yes, of course. Here for demo purposes, I didn't run it on Keycloak, but I didn't run it on OpenShift, sorry. But yeah, we are working really well on OpenShift. And with the next OpenShift, there's really nice stuff coming around Keycloak and operators, which will make it so easy to deploy, to upgrade your Keycloak server. So yes. Will there be a recording? Yes. Does Freescale 8? Yay.
Hi, hello. Now I'm back. I had to refresh.
Oh, yeah, back.
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, we ran out of time and we had a lot of questions per session. First of all, thank you very much for the nice demo. We know that live coding is very hard. And what we can do is that we're going to take all of the questions and send to you. Maybe you can share it later on the YouTube video link so the audience can have answers. And again, I would like to thank everybody that was watching. Thank you, Sebi, for this simply awesome presentation. And see you on the next DevNation Live.